I gotta say, it's not as good as I remembered, but it's still a really good movie. Um, though I will say the fact that they used female as an insult like three different times was crazy. The old guy uses it twice. And the main character of the movie, the fox, the one that's supposed to be likable, uses it once. Um, the girl laughs at him after he falls in um, the pool. And this is like the first time he's ever been laughed at, but he has a line about how laugh at me like everybody else does. And then he ends up calling her an empty headed female. And it was just like, Jesus. This is the character we're supposed to like? That was a dick move. He doesn't even apologize. She tells him to apologize, and he doesn't. Um, he ends up giving her a flower, and I guess that's enough to make up for it. Um, One of the funny inconsistencies in the movie is near the end of the movie when they're fighting this bear and they actually show blood and stuff, but it never sticks around. The first time it appears, the um, hunter neighbor guy shoots the bear and a chunk of fur is gone, and you see a little bit of blood. And after we see it, it's never shown again. The fox or the dog bites his nose. You got scratch marks all over his nose. And then next time we see the bear, like literally in the next frame, it's not there anymore. It was very weird, but I guess it makes sense to not have the thing have like all the fucking injuries stick to it. That would be kind of scary to look at, but also weird that they would add the injuries if they weren't going to stick to it. Um, there was actually two songs in this movie, which I didn't remember this movie having like musical stuff in it, but it's voiced. Both the songs are by the owl, um, and they're both pretty short. Honestly, it was kind of disappointing, which is surprising since I usually don't like musical songs in movies. You think it's gonna keep going, and then it just kind of ends. We actually get to see the dog in like three different stages, versus we only get to see the fox in two, where we see the dog as a puppy, as a bit of a bigger puppy, in like one scene, and then we see what he looks like for the rest of the movie. For the fox, we just see him as a fox, and then as a um, adult fox. And then I remember it being a whole lot sadder when um the old lady that adopted him got rid of him. But they literally only had like two scenes together, and both scenes he kind of caused her trouble, which he was a baby. I'm not gonna blame him for that, but it's like he spills all of her milk and cost all of her milk, and then he kind of cost her milk all again because he accidentally wanders into the neighbor's yard, which causes the neighbor to shoot her milk, and she loses all her milk again. There just isn't much of them actually together since it's a movie about the fox and the dog. So you'd think they would focus more on that sad part. But yeah, she just kind of gets rid of him and cries and shit, and it's really sad. I mean, it's still kind of a sad moment because I have a feeling he wouldn't have gotten in trouble anymore because the dog had said they weren't going to be friends anymore. So he would not have gotten in any trouble anymore if she would have kept him. No more problems would have happened. But she gets rid of him. Also, the dog quitting being friends with him was absolutely crazy. He's like, hey, I don't want you to get killed, so I'm going to let you escape. But then the other dog corners him on the train tracks, and a train is coming. The fox ducks, but the other dog doesn't. So that leads to the dog getting injured. But now he's like pissed at him, and he's like, I'll hunt you down if it's the last thing I do. It's all my fault that the other dog got hurt. And they're all really upset about that dog getting hurt. So you'd think they would be like nicer to him or something. I mean, they do give him a pillow and stuff, and he's inside the house instead of outside the house, which he definitely appreciates because he talks about how stupid the barrel is. Because, yeah, the dogs sleep in barrels with ropes. Um, yeah. Not exactly comfy or very smart since the dog also runs with the barrel at one point. Anyways, um, the fucking neighbor guy threatens to break the dog's other leg when he whines. So yeah. And then they immediately go out to go kill the fox because it's his fault that that dog got hurt. So, very weird. Like, you're threatening to hurt the dog, but you're going out to avenge what happened to the dog. Like, what the fuck? And then the movie ends with the fucking fox and the girl fox that have like no chemistry together um are now together. They're happy ever after. So cool, I guess. I could care less. Um it was an all right movie. Um Definitely not as good as I remembered it, but still a really good movie.